SADC and the EAC prepare to meet in a summit in Tanzania over the next 2 days. Guterres called it a pivotal moment and a time to rally together for peace.
Leaders from the East African community and the Southern African Development Community will take part in a summit in Tanzania. And the focus will be addressing the crisis in the face of the offensive by the M23, supported by the Rwandan Defense Forces. Next week, in Addis Ababa, I will take part in a summit-level meeting of the African Union Peace and Security Council, where this crisis will be also front and center. In advance of these crucial gatherings, I want to make a special appeal for peace. Thousands of people have been killed, including women and children, and hundreds of thousands have been forced from their homes in the eastern DRC. We also see the continued threats by other armed groups, either Congolese or foreign. All of this is having an enormous human toll.
He pointed to countless reports of human rights abuses, including sexual and gender-based violence, forced recruitment, and the disruption of life-saving aid in the region.
The humanitarian situation in and around Goma is perilous. Hundreds of thousands of people are on the move, with many of the previous sites hosting displaced people north of the city now looted, destroyed, or abandoned. Healthcare facilities are overwhelmed, and other basic services, including schools, water, electricity, phone lines, and internet, are severely limited. Meanwhile, the conflict continues to rage in South Kivu and risks engulfing the entire region.
Guterres again paid tribute to all those who had lost lives, including from MONUSCO and regional forces like SABC.
Silence the guns, stop the escalation, respect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, uphold international human rights law and international humanitarian law. There is no military solution. It's time for all the signatories of the Peace, Security and Cooperation Framework for the DRC and the region to honor their commitments. It's time for mediation. It's time to end this crisis. It's time to peace. The stakes are too high.
The UN peacekeeping mission this week warned that the situation in eastern Congo was no longer limited to North Kivu. It posed a clear threat to stability of the entire country and the region as a whole. MONUSCO says Goma, the capital of North Kivu, remained under occupation by the M23 while UN peacekeepers were confined to their bases. Only able to do supply runs, their protection of civilians mandate now limited to protecting Congolese sheltering inside their bases, straining water and food supplies, and the provision of sanitation. As all eyes now turn to regional efforts and any decision that might emerge from the joint SADC-EAC summit in Dar es Salaam, which is expected to see the participation of both Presidents Felix Tshisekedi of the DRC and Paul Kagame of Rwanda. Shervin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.